Most people remember Idols of the Ash for one thing: the panic, the suffocating heights, the constant falling, and the thing that is chasing you in the dark. But when you finally reach the bottom, something changes. The adrenaline disappears and the noise fades. What is left is something far more unsettling, because Idols of the Ash was never about survival, it was about grief and what happens when you refuse to let go. Before we understand the ending, we need to understand one simple question: why did you jump in the first place? This wasn't an accident or curiosity, this was a choice. As you descend deeper into the ruins, you start finding ash urns, glowing faintly in the darkness, and every time you interact with one, the game asks you to do something strange: breathe in the ancient ashes. And every time you do, the past comes rushing back. Visions of a quiet village can be seen, filled with scents of pine and morning dew. And at the center of it all is someone you loved. But this memory doesn't last, as the truth quickly follows. A sickness, something called the Coil Rot. This sickness twisted her body, weakened her, took everything, and by the time you arrived, it was already over. The Coil Rot had already done its terrible job and left you with the pieces. And it was at this very moment everything broke, because this journey was never about discovery, it was about desperation. A broken person chasing something that is already gone. In Idols of Ash, the ruins feel alive. As you fall deeper, you start noticing something unsettling. You are not alone, and near the ash urns there are shapes, faint, motionless, and watching. They are scattered across the ledges, and these figures do not look natural. Their bodies appear to be twisted, wrapped, and frozen in place. On your first playthrough, or if you are not looking carefully, you might think these are rocks, but no, these are people. The Idols of Ash. And once you realize that, everything changes, because this place isn't just a ruin, it is a trap, a structure that feeds on grief. It calls to people like you, people who have lost something they cannot replace, kind of like Silent Hill. And once you enter, you do not leave. By the time you reach the final descent, you have already felt it. That constant pressure or spiritual presence, that fear chasing you from above, the thing you have been running from this entire time, the centipede, a massive crawling horror with human faces and reaching hands. But the thing you need to know about the centipede is, it was never just a monster, it was something far worse. If you pay attention to what the game tells you, it makes you understand that all who come here, it's the face of regret. And the centipede is that regret. Every face on its body and every hand reaching towards you, it all represents guilt, and survival's guilt to be specific. And that feeling that you should have done more, been faster, and saved them. The deeper you go, the harder it chases you, because you cannot outrun regret. You can only delay it. And by the time you reach the bottom, the chaos stops. The centipede is gone, and for the first time, the game forces you to slow down. Now, you're injured and barely able to move. And ahead of you is a glowing figure, familiar and impossible. And before you even take a step closer, the game reveals the truth to you. They warned you that this place was filled with illusions and tricks to deceive the mind, which means you knew from the very beginning, and you knew this wouldn't be real, and that this place feeds on memory, on longing, and on people who cannot let go, and yet you kept going. This is what their entire game has been building towards. Not a fight or an escape, but a choice. Turn back and face a world where she is gone, or step forward and accept the lie. But in the end, you choose the lie. The shape of her manifests behind your eyes, and all thoughts of regret are silenced. The pain disappears, the guilt fades, and everything that drove you here is gone. The screen fades to black, and just like that, it is over. But the truth is, you never escaped, you simply just became a part of it. Another figure in the ruins, and another body frozen in ash. Another person who came here chasing the memory and lost themselves in the process. You are now an idol of ash. What makes Idols of Ash so powerful is that everything you did was part of the story. The falling, the panic, the reckless jumps, it wasn't just gameplay, it was a metaphor, because from the very first step, this was never a climb to survival, it was a descent, a downward spiral fueled by grief. And the hardest truth the game forces you to understand is, you were never trying to escape, you were trying to forget. Please, if you enjoyed this video, kindly hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell icon so you can get notified whenever I upload videos like this, as I am trying to hit 1K subscribers by the end of this year. And until next time, peace and love.
Incredible.